All contributions are processed as a batch. A new batch is typically created for each event where contributions are received, such as church services or fundraising efforts. Finished batches should be posted as soon as possible so the information is available to other financial reports. Creating a batch. From your menu, go to Contributions, Batches, Enter. The batch date field is filled with today's date and is a batch creation date. It should not be confused with the contribution giving date. Normally, this field does not need to be changed unless you are using the link to IconCMO Fund Accounting or QuickBooks. When linked to the accounting system, the batch creation date is used as the transaction date for the entire batch. It should represent the day you want to use in the accounting system. For example, if you make a deposit every Wednesday, you want the batch creation date to be Wednesday rather than Sunday, which was the day the contributions were received. Entering contributions. When a contribution batch is selected from the scroll window, the Add Batch button will change to an Enter Contributions button. This is where contributions are entered into a batch. There are 5 checkboxes located in the entry box. Clear after save. When checked, all the entry fields except the giving date will be cleared. Bypass currency field. When checked, this field will be bypassed as part of the key entry process. Using check numbers. When checked, the focus will return to the check number field after the Save button is pressed. When unchecked, it will return either to the Currency button or to the Envelope field, depending on the Bypass Currency field setting. Bypass Fund List. When checked, this field will be bypassed as part of the key entry process. Clear comment after save. When checked, this will clear the comment field after each transaction has been saved. Leave this unchecked if you wish to use the same comment for each entry. Enter the contribution date in the giving date field. Set the currency type to check, cash, EFT, or non-cash. Enter a check number, if applicable, and enter a household or member envelope number. The quickest way to retrieve a contributor's name is by entering a non-zero envelope number. The system will instantly display the household or member assigned to that number. When a contributor has been assigned the number 0 instead of a unique number, that household or member must be selected by clicking on their name in the scroll window. Enter the amount given, if applicable. Dollar amounts are not entered for non-cash entries. When the focus is on the Fund drop-down, there are 3 ways to make a selection. You can use your cursor to open the drop-down list and select a fund. You can press the key on your keyboard representing the first letter of the fund name. When more than one fund begins with the same letter, movement will continue through the list by repeating the letter selection. Or you can use the down or up arrow keys on your keyboard to scroll through the list. Type a note in the comment box if desired. A comment is required for non-cash entries. Press the Save button to save the transaction. Key entry works by using the Tab or Enter key to move from field to field. Editing a transaction. Transactions that have been entered can be viewed, edited, or removed by using the View Edit Transactions button. To modify a transaction, select it from the scroll window, make your changes, and click Modify. To delete a transaction, select it from the scroll window and click the Delete button. Press the Return to Add Mode button below the list of transactions to close the View Edit Transaction window and return to the Transaction Entry window. Important note: press the Close Batch button when you are finished. A batch cannot be posted or deleted unless it is closed. You can leave a batch and come back to it without losing any information. Even closing the browser and returning the next day will not affect what has been done. You can tell a batch is not in use by anyone by looking at the last column on the Batches Enter window. Posting a batch. Entering contributions in a batch does not affect a household or member's financial record. Contributions are only reflected in the financial reports after they are posted. Go to Contributions, Batches, Post. This window displays all closed batches having a balance greater than 0 or that contain non-cash entries. Select the batch you want to post by clicking on No in the column labeled Marked. Clicking on a value of No will change it to Yes. If multiple batches are selected, they will be posted in the same posting journal. Press the Begin Posting button to post the batches. Reversing a batch. Go to Contributions, Batches, Reverse Posting. Click on the desired journal number in the scroll window. Information for the selected journal will appear below the scroll window. Enter a reason for reversing out the journal. Leave the Return Batches to Contribution Entry option selected and press the Return Batches button to process the request. This will bring the batch or batches in that journal back to the Batches Enter window so you can follow the directions outlined earlier for editing a transaction. Once you have made the corrections, the batch will need to be posted again. If you would like to delete the journal instead, choose the Delete Batches from System option and press the Delete Batches button to process the request.